Hi, it's Orkut from Oneness Freedom to be Happy and Healthy, Wealthy and Healed movement. And you're listening to the training series on the Awakened Imagination Challenge. This is our 22nd session and we're going to look at consolidation today. But before we do that, you know the drill by now. Repeat after me. I'm curious to see how my natural state of love and abundance will reveal itself for me to experience starting right now. You've been doing great, and it's time to consolidate. Let's take a quick peek on what that really means. Consolidate. To bring together separate parts into a single or unified whole. Unite, combine. They consolidated their three companies. To discard the unused or unwanted items of and organize the remaining. She consolidated her home library. Okay, let's bring the first 3 weeks together. Week 1 was about building a solid foundation. Week 2 was about getting into neutral. And week 3 was about getting into gear. Lots of tiny little exercises. We ask that you don't try to understand them all. Instead, just experience them fully. In your practice time today, take 2 sessions of about 5 minutes each and just reflect on your learnings. Allow them to come together a bit. And notice any temptation to try to reduce lovely life-changing experience to bumper sticker thoughts. The drills and exercises change how you relate to the world. And relating leads to relationships. Relationships with other people, your relationship with money and wealth. Even how your body relates to nature and the world around you. And like any relationship, it's not always useful to reduce the idea to a bumper sticker kind of thought. It's often more lively and awakening to simply not try to understand men, women, or the other sex. Just experience them. They have a tremendous gift for you, and that gift is not in fully understanding them first. You are learning the secrets of Awakened Imagination Challenge. It is a wonderful gift to share this adventure of a lifetime with you. P.S. What feeling or thought was triggered in you in any of that sequence? It's great to notice how a trigger reveals a theme, a stumbling block that may have most likely been there in your life elsewhere too. So, today is the 22nd session, and I again want to thank you for investing in you and for exploring who and what you are and what's possible for you. Today we're going to do a tiny little recap, bringing it all together and just share a little bit about where we are going. So, week 2 was about getting into neutral, really having some good experience around noticing that it's your imagination that adds meaning to everything in your life. And often that meaning just helps you leak all over the place and lose the state of the wishful thought. Week number 3 was about getting into gear. We have done a lot of tiny little exercises which have given you experiences, but not necessarily understandings. I don't want you to have understandings. I don't want you to have, oh, I got it. I want you to keep getting it. If you say, oh, I got it, it's like, I got $1 million and it is done, versus, I am getting $1 million more than I had yesterday. And I am getting more of that every day. Even that doesn't really sound right. There is a continued state of cleaning up what you do, making it a little bit clearer, making it a little bit better. It's not about doing it right in the next 5 days. We are taking a 40-day adventure together, getting much cleaner and much clearer on what we want, what we choose to have and what we choose to be in the world. There is lots of tiny little exercises in this program. Don't try to understand them, just experience them. Because if you experience them, your experience will lead to new levels of understanding. It is sort of like relationships. I tell people when I'm coaching them about relationships, don't try to understand the opposite sex, just experience them. The opposite sex has a tremendous gift for you. And that gift is not in understanding what they are like and what they are all about and trying to figure them out first. Don't try to understand the exercises. Don't try to understand you. Try to experience. Do the exercises and experience the shifts. If you do the exercises and experiencing these tiny little shifts, they are accumulative. Every one multiplies on the previous one. And at the end of the 40 days, who you are will be different. One of the opportunities I encourage you to take is, right now, we're at day 22, which means we are just over halfway through. Congratulations. Now, at day 40, you're not going to be the same person as you were when you started. If you want more work, go back and do the initial exercises again, the first ones, while you are doing the ones that are new. If you want to do something that is really cool at the end of the program, do it again. You are going to have the resources to do all that. And it's really, really cool if you think about it, because you are changing by doing the course. And if you do the same exercise again, which I have done many, many times, who you are changes. How you experience them changes. The insights you get into you change and grow. So what I encourage you to do is not to try to understand everything. Trying to understand it all is trying to drive your car while you think about what all the parts in the car is doing. There's no need to figure all that out. Just enjoy driving the car. Learn the basics. Drive the car while you are on the adventure of a lifetime. Use these tiny little exercises to develop more insights into you and what you really are. Because you have been sold a bill of goods. You have been told that you are separate. You have been sold that you are small. And consequently, you tend to behave as if I'm separate from love. I'm separate. I'm small. I can't possibly accomplish anything. Focusing on shifting the focus a tiny little bit makes a big difference. Okay, that's it for now. Talk to you again tomorrow. And remember to have a huge amount of fun.